Good morning. Welcome back. It's a balmy 94 degrees, or it's going to be 94 degrees today here in Florida. Hot and humid, that's how we roll. So I am home for my 4th of July travels. I hope everybody had lots of fun and stayed safe. It was definitely a special celebration for our country. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. I had said in my last video that I would give you some footage and a little information about the Talladega Speedway. And while I didn't get to go for my tour of the Hall of Fame, I was busy doing fun things with my family, so I didn't get back to the track. But I did videotape some things while I was there, so I'm going to share those with you today, and I hope you enjoy them. My experience with NASCAR kind of goes back to the late 90s. My family and I were big Dale Earnhardt Sr. fans. I don't know if you watched NASCAR during that era, but it was Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt Sr., and Jeff Gordon. They were big competitors, and you usually had to pick one of those drivers to root for. So we chose Dale Earnhardt Sr., and he was quite the driver. They used to call him the Intimidator. But sadly enough, he lost his life at the Daytona 500 racetrack back in 2001, I think it was. It's hard to believe it's been that long. But I kind of lost interest after that. I just didn't really get into watching it anymore, and I just moved on to other things. But back to the Talladega Speedway, that track was built in 1969. I was just a little girl way back then. And I had an Uncle Bill and Aunt Marie who loved NASCAR. My Uncle Bill drove for as long as I can remember. He had Ford Mustangs, and he just loved racing. So the Talladega 500 had its first race, I believe, in 1969, September of 1969. So, a driver by the name of Brickhouse won that one. But the person who holds the all-time record is Elliott. Bill Elliott, I think, is the driver's name. And that was 1987. That track is 2.66 miles around in distance. It's actually an oval shape. Has like a 33% embankment grade compared to Daytona 500, which has like a 31-degree embankment. So they're pretty fast tracks, to say the least. That kind of opens it up to lots of lead changes and lots of wrecks, unfortunately. But yeah, if you've ever had the opportunity to visit a NASCAR track, we used to go around the Turkey Rod Run here at the Daytona 500, go out and see all the classic car shows, and they would have all the vendors in the middle of the track. They also have a huge Hall of Fame that you can go through. But anyways, just seeing that embankment and just imagining what those drivers must feel like when they're going over 200 miles an hour around the track is pretty awesome. It's something to behold. So I hope if you are a NASCAR fan, you get a chance to visit a track somewhere along the way. So let's see if there's anything else I want to mention before I start the video. I do want to thank one of the security guards there at the Talladega Motor Speedway. They saw me driving in my car, trying to take a little video because the track and the museum were actually closed for the 4th of July. Bad timing, right? So I did try to go around a little bit and videotape, and he saw me trying to do that. So he welcomed me on down to where the tunnel is. He let me go in, and he took my picture for me in front of the tunnel. So I thank him so much for that. He said they're usually just super busy, but it was a very slow day considering they were closed. And so he was nice enough to do that, and I thank him for that. All right, guys, here we are, the Talladega International Speedway Hall of Fame. So we're going to go in and check it out. Again, a beautiful day here in Talladega, Alabama. This Hall of Fame is just beautiful. You see they've got all the flags displayed. So it's saying that you get your tickets inside. So let's go see if they're even open. So the lady said you can't actually access the Speedway unless you take a tour, and they are getting ready for, or closing for the 4th of July. They don't have another tour for about an hour. So I don't have that much time to wait. I guess I'll have to come back. I used to be a big NASCAR fan back when Dale Earnhardt was racing. I know that this track was built in 1969. I think it opened September of 1969. Tickets were about $8 to $10 back then. I'd hate to think what they are now. But yeah, lots happened since then. Okay, folks, I will have to see if I can get back and take a tour. So here is the sign for the entrance. Again, you can see out here in the middle of nowhere, which is probably best. I'm sure they get thousands of visitors on race day. There is a big building over there. Not sure what that is. Again, here's the entrance. See a few work trucks running around. They've got the barricade set up so people can't enter without paying for the tour, which I would love to do. I just don't have the time to do it today. I already made plans. I just haven't been over here in years. Okay, so this is about the best I'm gonna do. I think I read where they had like 62,000 spectators for the first race ever held here, and I believe a driver by the name of Brickhouse won the first one back in 1969. Just beautiful. So that was super cool. One of the security guards saw me over there trying to take some video of the track, and so he came out and got me and let me go in and took my picture in front of the tunnel. How cool. People here are so nice. He was saying that they are closed today and tomorrow for the 4th of July, They'll be back open on Sunday, and you can tour the, take a bus tour. They'll take you out on the track and let you see that area, and then you can go through the Hall of Fame. She said there's like, well, when I talked to the lady in there, she said there's like 4 huge buildings with over 150 exhibits, and all of that for just $16. You can't beat that. So I hope to get back. I have a lot of plans with my family, so I'll have to see how it goes. I just haven't been out here in years, and I thought, my goodness, I need to get out there and check it out. So, but how cool. He took me behind the barriers and opened the gate for me and took me in there to take my picture. And that was a great experience. Thanks so much. All right, so back to my hometown, which is about 20 minutes away, and on with my day. Thanks for watching.